and shit. Alright, so how's it going? Like I'm asking like you can answer. Hope everything is going well. Let's find out what the current energy is for the collective. See what kind of advice we can get from Spirit moving forward. And yes. Okay, that's crazy. That's way too many. Let's try that again. Spirit just wants to yell at you. No, I'm kidding. A joke. There's something to be said, though. So let's see. Hi, Wraith. Longing for home. Homesick for the stars. Alright, not feeling at home on this planet. Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards and wild cards. So basically, I love getting the wild cards because that basically indicates that right now you have options, right? There are doors of opportunity, and it's kind of like a choose your own adventure, right? Which is basically what life is. So let's see what kind of choices you're making. What kind of doors and opportunities are coming your way? What are you feeling at home? Right? I totally feel that energy. You know, that energy of feeling like you're lost in a land that makes no fucking sense to you, right? So let's see it. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Temperance is talking about divine timing, right? It also talks about like keeping your temper, being patient, right? I feel like your patience might be challenged, you know, just to see how deeply you stand in that energy of patience, right? Like, I did a video kind of touching on this a bit, but like we can say that we're patient all we want, but until the universe tests our patience, we don't actually know, right? We don't know until we're experiencing a moment where our patience is like, you know. So let's see. I see. So we have 10 of Cups in reverse showing up. 10 of Cups is like not feeling emotionally fulfilled. With the 7 of Cups in reverse, it tells me that you feel like you lack options in love, or like, you know. And I feel like you've been patient with the universe. You've been like, all right, universe, deliver me what's mine when it's time, you know. And then you feel like, you know, there's things that get in the way, or, you know, something doesn't follow through the way that you'd want, or whatever. With the Strength card, Leo energy, and the 9 of Pentacles, though, we're not just being tested in patience, right? You're being tested in strength. If you ask for patience and strength, guess what? That's what you're going to be tested in, because you can't really exercise those without them being challenged, right? And having the strength to, like, not allow yourself to be hardened by this situation, right? Nine of Pentacles says that you do really well by yourself, right? You're learning a lot about your independence, about your ability to, like, grow your own wealth and, you know, take care of business. It's just this energy of feeling like you have a lot of love and nobody to share it with, right? That's really what's coming through to me. And the universe is kind of showing you that you don't need to seek any external validation or external love, right? And at this point, I feel like it's not even about that for you. You just kind of simply want somebody to share life with. Like, you feel like you're ready. You've done work. You've been patient. You've really managed on your own. Six of Swords tells me that Spirit's kind of guiding you through a situation over obstacles here. Sometimes Spirit protects us by not allowing us to be taken advantage of, right? If there's any energies around you that weren't right for you, you know, even if it's, you know, they're well-intentioned, but they're not right for you, then the universe is going to step in and be like, all right, this shit ain't working, you know? And it's really simply to align you with what is right for you, right? Not to take you away from things, right? You might be feeling like your will is being thwarted, but at the end of it all, your energy is being protected. You've had, you know, through this experience, through this season of spending time with yourself, this is where you really learn self-love, right? And self-love is action. It's actually not just feeling like you love yourself, right? It's showing up for yourself in the same way you would for a lover. If you were to behave like you were your own lover, what would you do? You know, you would probably feed yourself well. You'd probably, you know, take care of your body, take care of your spirit, take care of your mental health, you know, whatever. Because you want the best for that personal relationship, you know. If you talk to yourself like you're your own best friend, you know, you're not being self-deprecating or hypercritical or anything like that. And these are things that you need to learn, because how you are with yourself when you're alone is typically how you would be with a partner, right? And that's why we have to learn how to do things alone before we can do it with a partner, right? You have to learn to be patient with yourself. You have to learn to not be judgmental with yourself. You have to learn to overcome some shit by yourself, right? I know, I've been there. I am there, right? It's funny, the Sun card came out. With the Strength card, I feel like I could be reading for a Leo right now. That's not to say that you have to be a Leo. It could be somewhere in your chart, you know, whatever the case. There's heavy Leo energy. Yeah. With the Devil in reverse, Capricorn energy, I feel like you're being protected from certain things. You know, this brings me back to the Six of Swords, where, you know, you're being protected and guided over things. Spirit is literally holding you up over the obstacles. And with the Devil in reverse, this is releasing temptation, right? This is releasing something that's probably not great for your soul. Queen of Cups in reverse. This is also about, because we have the Three of Swords, right? So you could have faced some sort of rejection, you know, some heartbreak here, and finding your self-worth through this can be difficult. But it's very important that you do, you know. You still see yourself as worthy and valuable. Just because it didn't work out with one individual doesn't mean that there isn't another individual for you. You know, there's like, what, 8 billion people on this planet? Like, you know, I do feel a lot of heartbreak though, especially with that Three of Swords. And I feel you trying to like get out of your feelings and focus. With the Devil in reverse though, whether you like it or not, it was an unhealthy temptation, right? And that's hard, right? Even, you know, even I've been faced with it, you know, where something seems perfect, but it wasn't, you know, and it ended up hurting me more than it helped. So, and I feel like you're in a similar situation where you're kind of facing the karmic side of it. Four of Swords in reverse. Feel like you need to pay more mind to your self-care, what you feed your body, and what you're doing, you know, in your spare time, you know. I feel like there's a lot about taking care of yourself. We have the Muse of Wands, right? Through your suffering, your art is created. So I feel like right now, sometimes some things are meant to transpire because they help us grow and produce things that we wouldn't have otherwise produced or, you know, grown into. With the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, this is like no longer chasing things that don't really come through for you. We have Five of Pentacles in reverse. This is saying that feeling of being lost, out in the cold, alone, you know, feeling a sense of lack in your life, that's going to be short-lived, right? You're going to be coming out of that feeling. With the Ten of Wands, it requires, like, releasing this emotional burden. And, you know, sometimes we have to let go of things that, like, hinder our progress. We have to let go of that which, like, slows us down. And if you're holding on to emotional baggage from something that was karmic or didn't work out, then you're only inhibiting your path, you know. So I do see you bringing something to an end here with the Nine of Wands in reverse. This is leaving, like, I hate saying it like this, but kind of that victim mentality, right? This is kind of no longer identifying as the wounded warrior, but like the strong survivor, you know, somebody who overcame shit and was still able to feel deep love and compassion, right? Muse of Cups, or Muse of Emotions, right? This, as you see, it's the twins with water pouring out of their heart chakras, right? This is divine counterparts, right? This could be, you know, you could be connecting with your twin flame in the ethers. I do see in your near future Two of Cups and Six of Pentacles, right? Both of these energies indicate being in a partnership, sharing a life together, you know, building together. I see, you know, like, Six of Pentacles is somebody who, you know, there's proper give and take. There's a balance of it between the two. all this energy right here indicates to me connecting with a divine counterpart, right? Like in this and this, these are both twins, you know, and then we have the union card right here. So I do feel that you could be connecting with a soulmate or twin flame, somebody who wants to share, right, in life with you, somebody who wants to bring out the best in you and help you grow. So I do see, like, any heartbreak or things that you have to overcome. I feel that is short-lived. I feel like, you know, options are opening up for you, doors, like portals, right? That second card that came out. New opportunities are headed your way. Two Pentacles in reverse. I feel like with the awakening, right? Yeah, you made a choice to embark on, like, kind of this spiritual journey, right? To awaken yourself to the process. And now that you're, like, seeing reality as it is rather than as you would like it to be, now you're able to work within your means and find something that flows in accordance, right, with your life. Something that is in alignment, something that has no friction or resistance, right? Dropping cards. Four of Pentacles, you really needed to learn, part of your awakening process is really learning how to survive on your own, how to do things independently, right? You needed to know that you wouldn't die. You know, you weren't hopeless if you were alone. You needed to understand that that was a survivable situation, no matter how hard it was, you know? Because you don't want to enter into any kind of union feeling like you depend on them for your happiness, right? You needed to find that happiness within yourself first, and then you'd share that, you know? But nobody else is responsible for your feelings. Nobody else is responsible for your personal happiness, and that's, you know, something that you could only learn this way, you know? It taught you to have no expectations of, you know, heroes or saviors. You know, you had to become your own hero, your own savior. You had to do that shit for yourself and then come out on top. 10 of Swords, 10-10, right? Endings and new beginnings. Yeah, you may have felt defeated. You may have felt like it was the end of the line. You had no other options. That was the only thing you could ever want. And I feel like the universe is kind of like showing you, like, no, that was a karmic, right? It felt magnetic. It felt, you know, but you needed to learn a lesson there, a karmic lesson. Something that's really helping you on your path to really grow and succeed from this. Funny, this is tying into my last all signs reading also, because I see somebody doing a lot of work on themselves, and then kind of coming into union through this process. With the Hanged Muse and the Eight of Wands, I'd say with the Hanged Muse, that's really telling me that you're overthinking the loss, or you overthink, you know, what you had to give up. You overthink the heartache a little bit too much, you know, and instead of focusing on what was lost or what hurt, you should focus on what you want and how you would like to see your life, right? There's this tarot reader I was watching not too long ago, and I even said this in a previous video, but his idea for manifesting was, like, so dope. He was like, all right, because you need to have the energy that your manifestations have already come true. So when you're journaling, right, get yourself a manifestation journal and write things as if they've already happened, right? Like, if you're trying to manifest a car, be like, oh, I got my new car today, and this is what it drove like, and, this is what it felt like, and this is the music I was playing, whatever, and really set the scene, be as specific as possible, and I feel that, when you really open that up and really imagine the unimaginable, right? Instead of being so realistic and focusing on what has transpired, feel optimistic. Well, I feel like optimism is realism, and but it's in another sense. This is about using your creative imagination, like to create the life that you want, because it requires visualization. You have to be able to visualize it as in depth as possible, and that's why writing it out makes it a lot easier to manifest. So I feel like your only obstacle is the way that you have been perceiving the situation. And that's fine. We've all made that. We've all done that, right? We've all been the obstacle in our own path before. And it's really just this defeatist mindset. You can't feel defeated, right? You need to be optimistic and really thinking about the abundance. Have gratitude for the things that have come through for you, for what you do have. A lot of people don't have much. So, gratitude goes a long way, especially in manifestation. The more gratitude you have, the more good things come into your life, whereas the more, like, resentment you have or, like, overthinking on the past, the more you're going to be faced with things to resent, or, things that are, not so positive in your life. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is like this minor arcana chariot card, right? And it's really telling you to get a move on something, right? To really move forward, push through the past. This taps back into the Strength card and the Sun card, right? The Sun card is saying, inevitable happiness and abundance, and that's a light that you have to find within. It requires your strength to choose to move forward and to not dwell on past shit. It has to be, like, very intentional, where you literally have no room for the past in your life anymore, right? To where you're just not paying any mind to it. The Empress, Aries energy is coming up. And this is all about being a divine feminine, or, tapping into that divine feminine energy, whether you're male, female, feminine, masculine, whatever. You're tapping into that creative side, the part of you that, like, brings things to life, the fertile parts of your mind, right? And this could also be manifesting the universe as you want it to be, right? Because it really requires that imaginative energy to fathom the life you want, so you can have the life you want. 4 of Wands in reverse. You could have been divorced, or, separated from, like, a long-term commitment or something. I feel like that's something that comes up in your mind. But with the 8 of Wands and the 4 of Wands in reverse, this could also indicate moving, right? This could also indicate leaving your environment and seeking a new one. Take it as it resonates. There's a lot of fire energy in this. Yeah, 6 of Cups in reverse is really, like, indicating that you're in this energy of seeking something new, or you should be, right? Of letting go of things that you have history with, things that bring up old memories, things that, because you're not here to relive the past over and over and over and over and over. You need to eventually step into your future self, your future life, and what better time than now, shit, dog. I like this. I like it a lot. Queen of Wands, the most envied of all the queens, right? Whether you're male, female, whatever. But it showed up with the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Wands is the queen of truth, creativity, abundance, like inspiration, motivation, right? She's the one that hypes up everybody to meet the collective goal, you know? This is, I mean, the Queen of Wands is so deeply mature, and Wands represents honest communication, you know? So this is somebody who really speaks from their inner truth and wants to live out their truth. With the Queen of Pentacles, this shows abundance, right? Somebody who really has learned how to navigate the material world and, you know, and to manifest abundance in there, right? Flowers in tarot represent abundance, and I'm seeing tons of flowers in your reading. And it's really, you know, your hustle, baby. Do, 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 do. And that's the energy I'm really seeing here, is like you really know how to come up, right? And the fact that you're able to do this by yourself, really, it's a stronger asset to a future relationship, you know? Nine of Swords in reverse, right? This is reaching a place, right? Especially with the Six of Cups in reverse. This is reaching a place where you're no longer torn up by the memories of the past. You're no longer, like, living out that shit. You're kind of reaching a place inside of yourself where you're like, you know what, I actually don't have time for things that hold me back. I'm here to be in the future, to move forward, be future-minded, you know? With the World Cosmos, this is you cutting out old cycles, right? Closing out old things and kind of embarking on a new journey. I'm going to pause this real fast because I'm going to shut that door. But yeah, going back to the World Cosmos, this is, you know, embarking on a new world. And I keep having this, like, visualization of you creating a new world for yourself. Can you please shut that door? I just shut it. And so, a whole new world. You know, it's that energy, though, of, like, things don't have to be as they've always been, right? Life can change at any moment. And I feel like you're really being challenged to make changes. Yeah, the Chariot card, Cancer energy. We already had the Eight of Wands and the Four of Wands in reverse. I feel like moving would actually be really good for you. Changing your environment, if you're switching jobs or whatever, relocating, even just traveling for a bit. I feel this energy that you really need to start traveling, right? Get out in the world and live a new life, right? Something completely different from what you've ever experienced, especially with the Six of Cups in reverse. Like, we're over reliving the past. We're over these old-ass cycles. It's time to be that Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Empress energy, where your creations pull you into your future self. And the Tower in reverse tells me that this is not things falling apart, but you're building your life from the ground up, right? Stone after stone, pebble after pebble, you're building this. And I feel that this is very powerful energy, this new beginning, this new everything, right? I feel like doors are really opening up, and that's why you got the portal card, because right now the world is your oyster. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do with that? The only obstacle is your own mind, right? If you want to manifest something, fearlessly manifest that shit. Ace of Cups in reverse. Why is the Ace of Cups in reverse here? feel like it's telling you not to be quick to jump into just any emotional connection or cycle. Like, really use your art of discernment. Make sure that you're not making relationships with people that would cause you to repeat past mistakes. Or past, whatever. 3 of Pentacles. I feel like there could be, like, temptation. It could be somebody you work with, somebody that you collaborate with or something. But I feel like you're really being challenged to feel the difference between infatuation and love, right? What actually lights up your soul. 7 of Swords, something could be deceptive or not right for you, The Fool card, right? This is really telling you to throw all the shit in the past behind you and to really move forward, right? Take a leap of faith into the unknown. Honestly, too, with the Ace of Cups in reverse, I almost get this indication that if the past, right, if a past person tries to come and rehash things with you or have like a new cycle with you, it's kind of up to you to recognize what is deceptive or not right and move forward, right, and not choose that. So I feel like there will be challenges, right? There will be right ways to go and wrong ways to go. Really, before making any decisions, really sit in silence, talk with your ancestors. Talk to your spirit guides. Ask them to guide you in the right direction. Ask them to show any kind of signs like early on that a connection isn't right for you. So and because I feel like you're very intuitive, especially with the Queen of Wands and the Empress energy. Super spiritually inclined, super intuitive energy. So I feel like if your intuition tells you anything, like, or guides you away from anything, like, you should trust that shit. Kapali. Tune into the spiritual power within you. It is beyond what society understands and can offer you. It will nourish, protect, inspire, and guide you through any troubles. If your path is diverging from your original plans or is out of sync with those around you, trust in what is happening and know that you are within Kali's care. So it's kind of like asking you to, like, surrender a bit. Surrender to what is to come, And I really feel heavy this energy of anything that left you feeling defeated or broken, heartbroken, shattered, anything like that. You're not supposed to revive the past, right? You're supposed to move from the past and into future energy. Don't be afraid to embrace something new, something exciting, something that you haven't experienced before, right? Don't be afraid to be true to your feelings in that way too. Like, sometimes we have a lot of love for people and our intuition still tells us that person isn't right or the timing is not right or something is not right. And if you feel that, honor those feelings, honor the fact that you can love somebody and not have room in your life for them anymore or no room for the past anymore. But yes, this is pretty much what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you guys and I will see you later.